Hello and welcome to the 5-day online marketing challenge. I am Alicia J. I will be your host for this challenge. I am the owner at New VA Advice, where I offer business marketing and mindset coaching for virtual assistants to help them create a business that they love. So let me tell you the purpose of this challenge. First of all, it's to help you take the concepts of online marketing and break them down into doable, actionable steps that make sense and are not so overwhelming, and to figure out the type of marketing online that's going to work for you to get the clients that you want to work with. So does this sound good? Good. Then stick around. How does it work? Well, each day for the 5 days, you're going to receive a new email in your inbox that's going to include a video from me like this one. Watch the video, and then at the end, I'm going to give you an action step that you can take in order to help you with this whole marketing concept. So when you take your action step, then I'm going to have a thread in the Virtual Assistant Empowerment Facebook group, one for each day of the challenge, and you can go in there and post your progress with your action step. That way you can get some accountability, you can see what other members are up to and get some feedback, and also if you're feeling stuck, you can ask me for help in that thread as well. So if you haven't done so already, please request to join the Virtual Assistant Empowerment Facebook group so that you can take part in the action steps. So that's how it works. Let me give you an overview of what we're going to cover in the 5 days of the challenge. Today is day 1. We're going to talk about knowing the target market that you want to attract. In day 2, we're going to figure out where those people hang out, how you can find them. In day 3, we're going to talk about how to reach out and actually connect with those people who could be potential clients for you. In day 4, I'm going to share with you my personal online marketing secret weapon that I use to get clients that I love. In day 5, we're going to talk about crafting a marketing plan that works for you, kind of putting all of the pieces together of what you've learned in this challenge. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity for how you can learn more to do this in a group setting where you get the support that you need and actually make this all happen for you. Stick around. I think you're going to get a lot of benefit out of this because, like I said, each day is going to have an actionable step involved, and that's really going to get you moving forward with your online marketing. So let's get started. Let's talk about today is day 1, knowing how to market to the type of clients that you want to attract. So here's what I tell virtual assistants. If you want to be successful in your business, whatever successful looks like for you, you need to do one of 2 things. You need to either specialize in the services that you offer, so what you do, or the market that you serve, who you do it for. It's one of the 2 things there. And in order to figure that out, you need to know the problems that your market has and how your services solve those problems for them. Okay, so really that's the big key of it all. It's putting those pieces together. But usually people need help figuring those things out. So that's what we're doing in this challenge here. So how do you figure out the type of client you want to work with besides what I said about figuring out who needs the services that you offer? Well, you can think about clients that you maybe currently work with. If, for example, let's say you're also still working your full-time job and starting your VA business on the side, which many people in the New VA Advice community are. Think about who you work with at your current job or a past job that you liked. What was it about them? Was it the type of work that they did? Was it part of their personality or how they worked? Did you feel connected to the mission of their business? So that's one way to think about how to come up with your ideal client. The other thing to think about are your hobbies and interests, and if there's possibly something in there that you could connect with to find a target market. It's an area that you already know about and that you love, right? Because it's your hobby or interest. So perhaps you want to work with that market. Now, in thinking about narrowing down this target market, this doesn't mean that you can only ever work with that one market. But here's what it will do for you if you take the time to do this. It's going to help you think of some keywords that are going to attract the right people to you that you can use in your marketing, in social media, on your website, and that's going to help that client see themselves in the wording. They're going to come to your website or a post that you wrote and say, she's talking about me. That's me. So that's what you want. You want to make that connection with them, to make them interested, to keep them sticking around, to want to know more about you and what you do. And that's the key that's going to help you stand out from other VAs and bring in the people you want to work with. So how do you go about figuring out listing who this person is for you? Well, you can create a profile or description of an ideal client for you. And there are some questions that you can answer for yourself that will help you kind of put that together and figure out who that person is. Now, under this video, you'll also see you're going to get access to a worksheet that's going to help you break down these pieces and brainstorm that ideal client. But I want to go over some of those questions today in the video. The first thing are the common things, right? Like the demographics. You want to list their age, gender, marital status, if they have children, how many, and what age group, where they are in that process, their income level, where they live. Those are things you want to think about with demographics, the basics. Then there's some other things you can think about, like what are they passionate about, whether it's their personal beliefs or the mission of their business. What are their hobbies and interests? Where do they live and where do they work? Now remember, that might be two different places. And where do they hang out professionally or for their personal hobbies and interests? And that can be online or offline. Those are some things to think about. So like I said, you're going to have more questions on your worksheet that goes with today, which is day 1 of the challenge. But I wanted to give you some of those questions to get you thinking about how you come up with that ideal client for you. So action step, grab that worksheet. Start brainstorming, answering those questions for who that ideal client is for you. And then you will see a day 1 thread in the Virtual Assistant Empowerment Facebook group. Come there and tell us the answers that you wrote. Let us know the pieces that make up the ideal client you're looking for, or come and ask questions if you need to ask questions. That's what this whole thing is all about, and I want to be there to help you do that. So jump in there. Tell us your plan or your action step and what you came up with when you did the brainstorming worksheet. And then keep an eye on your inbox, where I will come in there tomorrow and we will talk about figuring out how to find that target market and where they hang out. So that is it for today. Good luck with your action steps, and I will see you again tomorrow.